A very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's week ahead video. Usual format, going over the market cycles, identifying where we are in that cycle and looking for harmonics to give us the opportunity to get into the markets. So let's start. Let me just, and before I continue, customary risk warning: trading is risky, in particular margin-based products such as CFD, spread bets, and options and futures. These signals aren't a personal recommendation to you, so you are not going to have the protection you may expect to have from the Ombudsman or the Compensation Services Scheme. And Synergy is authorised and regulated to deliver this service. Let's start. So last week was a tough week. Lots of data, inflation data, interest rate data, really created a lot of volatility. We saw gold explode higher. We had some issues with AUD/USD. Where we entered, the market went against and came on side later on in the week. But let's go through them. So first of all, we've got AUD/CAD. So AUD/CAD, a really nice setup. Let's show the context for it first of all. So it's all about the bigger picture, the context. What I'm seeing here is what I want to see. This 1-2 peak, and then we've got the EMA situation, and we've got this first zone, high, 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 low, high, high. We're waiting to get in on a higher low. And this harmonic move here, we're expecting to play out from here. So this is a short. It would also be a perfect Gartley, albeit counter trend. So all we're looking for here is the pullback. And then we want to be taking buys here. So it is a defined risk trade. I will take it. It's a pattern ultimately. And let's move on. So AUD/CHF is a really amazing setup. When the computer loads, we'll be able to see it. I'm not sure what's wrong with the price feed on it, but it should come through any moment now, or not. Let's just have a look. So it seems to be up and running again. Okay, so what have we got here? Let's get it onto a resolution where we can properly see the chart. So add that 2000 unit viewpoint. Bear with me. So this is good. So you can see the whole pattern on the way up. You can see the 1, the 2, the peak, the 1, the 2, the 1, 2, 3. And then we've got 3 hits to the low. And notice how price is on this part of the candlestick where price has actually held up. But we do have the 1, 2, 3, and we have the breaker structure. Notice the blue harmonic swings. This is a great example of harmonics. You can then break that down here and take this swing for a walk. Here, here, here. You know, that's the power of the method. And we're expecting higher prices. It's just a case of getting in. What are we starting to see? High, 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 low. And in, then we have on a minor scale, high, 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 low, high, 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 low. Looking for a higher low, ultimately. Looks really good. Okie dokes. Moving on. AUD/NZD. Beautiful pattern. Again, 1, 2, peak. This is the first drop lower at the 78% retracement. Longer term, I do expect this to come off, and I expect these ABCD patterns to be completed. I'm waiting for price to give me an indication that it's likely to turn around, and let's have a look on a smaller time frame to see if there's any inclination. Unfortunately, what we can see here is we've got a week of rise and a second week of rise. So if anything, it's a long counter trend long. It's not something I tend to do, but that's what it is. So AUD/NZD 2-week rise. So we know where we are with that. To finish off the 3 cycle, you'll have to do another week. Okay, let's get on to AUD/USD, which is my personal nemesis. I can map its intentions out perfectly map its intentions out. But when it comes to trading it, it always seems to be difficult, but it's a beautiful setup. If you can fathom what we're seeing here, obviously, I haven't gone into too much labeling. I could label all the crosses on the EMAs. I could label all the pushes, but I'm just keeping it simple. So we have the first zone and we have the second zone. So if you have a look on this map, you can have an idea what's coming up next. What's important to realize is the previous peak down here is what we're targeting. So it's a huge opportunity. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, yet to be lower highs. What we are seeing here is the start of a trend within consolidation. So that's really important to understand. We're seeing lower lows and lower highs. They've also thrown in this Gartley pattern, which did work its way out. It's a very workable trade. It gave us 3 pushes up, but that's got a load of buyers into the market and they're getting squeezed at the minute. So if we go onto a smaller time frame, you can just see the start of a X A, B equals C, D pattern, and we're at the, I will check on a lower time frame what it is. I did have this drawn out, but for some reason I can't see it at the moment. No, it's not there. Anyway, let's draw it out for you all. Let me sort out my resolution. So what we've got is a very recognizable setup here. So this is textbook stuff. Let's just get the old schoolroom environment out. So on the way down, we have the 1, 2, and the 3. So that hasn't properly anchored for me. That's suspicious on its own. But you got this first zone, you've got the second zone. I do encourage look at what Elliott wave theory suggests, because Elliott wave theory counts slightly differently. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then they have this corrective move here, which, just to show you, they don't do the ABC, they just do the AB. Yeah, they just have an ABC correction. So that technically is an ABC correction. But for us, we're not counting it the way Elliott wave does. Elliott wave's fantastic, by the way. You have to have an understanding in Elliott wave as well, and it will cement some of the principles of the market maker theory. And those principles are, some phrases such as alternation, which means there's a limited set of variables for each chart, such as the harmonic moves or the consolidations, and they will alternate and they will repeat either 2 in a row or alternate, and you can start to get little clues what's going to happen. So looking here, we have a day of rise, second day of rise, third day of rise completed now. I can also see push 1, push 2, push 3 into the D point, which is what we want to see. AB equals CD, price went past it. This is where we had the non-farm payroll pain. We were down 35.40, went past it, and it's come back to break even. But we're trying to get the most optimal entry short here, in line with the market cycle. Worst case I'm expecting is market comes and just gives us a higher low here, but we'd have to retest all of this structure here. And if anything, you'd expect this harmonic move to play out back down to this zone. So we are expecting short. We set this trade up short in line with the market cycle, and I expect it to play. CAD CHF, beautiful stuff. Look at this. This is cycle number 2, higher. We're expecting higher prices here. Let me just delete that. Expecting higher prices. Look at the ABCDs. First zone higher, 3 hits to the low or a double bottom. We have had an ABCD correct, A, B, C, D, and we have had this harmonic move. Now this is going to be something interesting to see. This harmonic move here, I mean, it's what can you say about that? You have to just accept it, that harmonics do work and they really help you see the markets. There's another harmonic here we're literally repeating here. It's the same thing, literally. And then we made high, high, low, high, 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 low, high, 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 low, blah, blah, blah. But this move here, don't be surprised. Pretty much that. So we are expecting higher prices. It's a generational long ABCD. Brilliant stuff. CAD JPY. Crazy opportunity. 2 weeks of drop, which is right up my street. Week 1, week 2, expecting a 3. However, this is where the experience kicks in, because you can't mess with harmonics. They're just part of the DNA. You can't mess. It only gets respected. It might get respected a little bit or a lot. Ultimately, it gets respected. A harmonic will always work in your favor. I promise you now, whether it's you're trying to catch a falling knife and you buy at the harmonic completion, you may see 1 pip. You might see a reversal of 100 pips. You will get something. You might get 5 pips and then the next 20 seconds it will flash back down and below. You will get something. So what we can tell here is it's a dangerous place to short. We need to think about an energy of the market. When I say that, I don't mean some sort of spiritual nonsense stuff. I'm talking about the energy that these moves can hold. So we know that the latest move is an ABCD. That will give a reaction higher. Again, we're using the harmonics to give us an idea where price can sort of get to, maybe back here for a retest, even though we've retested it here. We can see a 1, 2, 3. We've got 1 week, 2 weeks. It's in line with the pattern short, and this will be a midweek reversal. What this could do is create a third touch here to create a third new week and then move away for the rest of the week. Don't want to get caught on those Monday trades on that. CHF JPY, 2 weeks of drop again. It's really, really looking quite nice. This 1, 2, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful patterns here. However, same thing applies. ABCD in play. Now, the ABCD in play is this thing here. So it wasn't AB equals CD in this case, it's an extension. So this CD leg was extended to the 27, basically, and we're just messing around with that now. We're still within these tails, which is like the shelter. So it's still valid. It did give us that pullback off the ABCD down to here, bang off it. It does look like it's continuing its journey. Again, we are expecting a third week to happen. However, the finish here, I don't like it because it can tap it and rise. Okay, moving on. Euro AUD, one of the best examples of the market cycle, market makers out there combined with harmonics. Super proud of this stuff. 1, 2, X, A, B, C, D, moving away in threes, first change of character, second break of structure, higher highs and higher lows, off the targeted entry, say no more. Say no more. Same goes for Euro NZD. So Euro CAD, this is one that I just step away from really because I don't like it. 1, 2, 3, it looks great, but I don't like it because we're in the middle of this range and we've got here to play with or down here to play with. The fact that we've done 1, 2, 3 to a high and just clearing out stuff here, don't like the look of that. Unless we make an anchor, beautiful looking big pattern, but trying to get in's hard. Euro CHF, masterful pattern. Shouldn't have shorted it, trying to be clever a few weeks ago, but ultimately we did get a few pips in anyhow, but it's just romped higher. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3 harmonics in this third move lower. W, I'm not convinced that's the pattern though. I'm not convinced that's bottomed. I am not, because I can see a 1, a 2, and again, it's cleared out every stop up here for now, and it's threatening this area, but I don't think it's going to do that. This is an extended CD leg. It is still a valid Gartley. It is still a very valid trade, believe it or not. It really is very valid indeed. I'm not going to be scared to try and short it again, even though the counter trend is very much long. This is trading at the moment at the 127 extension, and overall it's trading at around the 78.6%. So this is a really it's counter trend. That's the problem. It's counter trend. So this really is it's a pain trade. Yeah, I get that. A pain trade. But it's also, I'm going to adjust this because it's failed at D. It's kept pushing at D. So the harmonic move that we've got in red here, it's exceeded that. That's quite a telling piece of data. We did get this though. We did get from 338 down to 949. So we did get 30, 40 pips anyway. So that's fair enough. But now the pattern's evolved. So let's see how it's evolved. What we can see is, first of all, this harmonic red. Let's just see what it's extended to. So it's extended, as you can see, to the 127 at the minute of the harmonic red. And let's see what the extension is on the actual CD leg. Pretty much another bit of confluence here. You've got the 127 extension twice appearing. And if I just measure up the X to A, yeah, we're at the 78% of that as well. So 3 big things here, all lining up. And then lastly, I'm going to just do the BC retracement, see where that extends to. So the BC is actually creating the support because the BC, you've got price bouncing off the 161.8, which does mean it is a little bit bullish. So you have to be careful. You have to weigh it up, try and create like your case for your trades. And this is done 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week. That's wrong somewhere. All of this is consolidation. So we've done 1, 2, consolidate, 3. It should be the end. That's a variation, really. We'll keep an eye. Euro GBP. Euro GBP. So we've got level 1, level 2 with an ABCD at the lows at the minute. We're trading off the lows of consolidation. In line with the cycle is what we think is in line with the cycle. Now, there was an absolutely incredible setup here. I have it drawn. So I had it. We do have a really nice setup here on Euro GBP, believe it or not. It is a really nice setup. Where can I see the best angle for what I'm trying to show you? Might be here. It's probably the one out. Ultimately, it's a double bottom that we're seeing, but what there is to show, we have a number of ABCDs. So first of all, you got ABCD there, and so we've got ABCD basically here gave us that move, and then within this CD leg, there is another ABCD. Let me just label this up properly. So then we've got another ABCD. So price has escaped 2 so far. Again, this is non-farm payroll related. So we've got 2 ABCDs. Let's open it up a bit. You can see the red one and the blue one. Let me complete the blue one just for completeness. We've got 2 of those. Whoa, bloody hell. I hate my computers. Okay. Right, so 2 ABCDs, and they both have failed so far. So let's just see what the extension picture looks like. So first of all, the blue one. One second. First of all, the blue one. Where's my proper extension tool? Is it this one? Nope, that's not the right one. Bloody hell, what's going on? Okay, here's the proper one. So we're around the 127 extension at the minute, and let's try this leg. And bang off the 127. So you can see we're coming off the 127 here. There's also another ABCD pattern here that you have to just keep dissecting there to there. So whenever an ABCD completes, you just draw another. So we've also got that. So we're coming into that kind of area. And all of this is off a 78.6 retracement, ultimately, which is here. So it's a really important cluster area, and we're trying to trade in line with the trend. And for me, a bit hairy, but we'll see how this opens on Monday. Euro JPY is a peak, 1, 2, 3 to the high, but playing out 1, 2, 3, sharp move lower. You can clearly see the 1, you can clearly see the 2. Is it going to do a 3? Wait and see. It's in a peak, so that'll be a dangerous thing to be considering. Euro NZD, beautiful thing again. 1, 2, Gartley pattern, break of structure, internal break of structure. Not too much upside until here's broken. Double bottom at the minute. Not sure there is too much for me on the lower time frames. I'm waiting, basically. I'm waiting to see structure. I'm not seeing too much intra-structure at the minute. Euro USD. Okay, so Euro USD is one I missed last week. I'm a bit pissed about that. This is the first zone, and we're just on high highs and high lows. It's really nice. It's really nice. Surprised I did see it, but I think the data was just too much to take on board. But it's showing amazing behavior. Look at this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I mean, that's incredible. We do have the ABCD here as well. Quite a clear ABCD, to be fair. Nearly completed, so that will have an alert on it, and we will take that. That will become a Gartley, I believe. Let me see. Is indeed. That's a top pattern for next week, and we'll be taking that. Thank you very much. I'm going to wait for the CP. Really nice. Let me jot that down. Euro USD. Okay, cool. GBP AUD, stuff of legends. Amazing looking pattern. There it is, level 1, level 2, off the targeted entry, not once, but twice. Twice. High, 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 low, internally moving. Awesome. Looks awesome. Big W, I'm going to wait. I'm waiting for this guy. This guy's also setting up. Yeah, written that down. GBP CAD. This guy's in a peak formation as well, so I'm not a peak, sorry. It's in the high is a level 1, but look at that move. It's just trying to, that's showing intention there. I missed it. You can't take them all. High, 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 low, high, 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 low. Internally work, that's a high, low, and then a high, 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 low, high, 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 low. So we are looking for the high, low. I want this to happen. I want a break and a retest. That's all I'm really looking for on this. And when I see that given to me, it's not confirmed yet. I want to get notified once we've broken out, and then I want to look for the retest. GBP CHF. Let me have a look. GBP CHF is again moving. There's the pattern 1, 2, 3 down, massive consolidation, 3 harmonics lower, high highs and high lows. Off it goes. Top pattern. Don't trade any of those. GBP NZD. What are you saying? You can see the 1, the 2. 1, 2, 3 makes 1. Hugging off the 50-year EMA at the minute. That looks really good. GBP USD. We took this as a short counter. It's a counter trend short. It is an ABCD we're looking for here at the moment. And we were served up, if I can see where it is. Which time frame did I draw it up in? So what we're seeing here, so we had the Gartley complete, which is great. We had the Gartley complete, which we took. We bought this down here, don't forget. And what we've had, once you see the Gartley complete as it has, we're just going to take this length XA and draw it here. And you will see how price is interacting with that area at the minute. So far, acting as a bit of support. Do expect a higher low to be made. Do expect a higher low to be made. You can start to see the pattern yourself. High, 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 low. High, 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 low. I expect something like this. Fair enough for it to come back to 128.10 at least. We'll see how that goes. There wasn't much out there last week. Enter DCAD, stunning. Stunning. If it loads, please load. This is just why I do it, guys, because you get it eating out of your hand. 1, 2 down, 1 up. This time it's a zigzag. And it's just showing us what we want to see. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love it. NZD-CHF is the same as AUD-CHF. I want to get in this. It's showing me what I want to see. NZD-CHF. Love it. Is it showing me anything on the small time frame? It kind of is. It's time to get involved with this guy. Even though that is a Gartley, you don't want to be messing around ever going against a Gartley or an ABCD. You just don't. It's not worth it. So that's not much for me to play with. So that's risky. We'll pass for now. NZDJPY, now it's finishing its cycle. This was the man's best friend. Absolute legend of a trade. It's one of my happiest trades. 1, 2, we were getting in here around about the 2 level. It's a brilliant trade. Yeah, that was right. 1, 2. Yeah. Okay, moving on. NZD-USD, similar thing to AUD-USD. You got the 1, the 2. We are expecting a much lower set of prices on this. Gold, say no more. Done exactly what we anticipated. The 1, the 2, and now it's given us the 3. 1, 2, 3, and now it's given us the 3. That is unbelievable. Off the targeted entry as well. Unbelievable. USD CAD, here we go. Another stunner. Level 1, level 2, ABCD, high highs and high lows. This is one for next week. This is one I really, really want to get involved with. But I can see the drop, rise, and I think that variation might give us another test of the low. This isn't clear. It's not the nicest structure. If I'm honest, I don't want to get. It was nice here, 1, 2. But otherwise, no, not sure. USD CHF. USD CHF. Look at those ABCDs completing off the targeted entry. I'm going to have to take this. I am going to have to take this. USD CHF just looks too good to me. ABCD extension, A, B equals CD. CD leg extended, 1, 2, 3. What was the extension? The extension was a 127 with the stop. You know, that would have been tough to deal with. But yep, that's that picture. And there you have it, folks. You've got Bitcoin also going bananas. We did draw this a few moments ago, expecting that the pattern pretty much complete on this guy. But no, this is where the real pattern is. 1 second. This is the real pattern. There's the 1. This is all 2. And it's actually making the 3rd zone now. So incredible. Absolutely incredible. I remember when it was down here. Oh dear, that's 1. This is 2. And it's done 3 now. So we now expect this. And higher prices. So there you have it, folks. Listen, I hope you enjoyed this. If you haven't already done so, please join my personal YouTube channel, Melons Trade. That's where I share analysis, and it's away from the regulatory sort of signal stuff, where I can talk about how I come across these patterns, and it's all free. So please pop along there. Otherwise, I wish you all the best and have a great rest of your weekend. Cheers.